watching Dominic Cruz, a guy that you two are considered the two best bantamweights of all time, watching as his career seems to be doing this, how have you continued to ascend and stay at the top, and how hard is it for you to watch your contemporaries start to fall a little bit as you're still pursuing championships?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard, you know, but it gives me more confidence that I'm doing the right things to continue to get better. That, you know, I'm aging like a fine wine and continue to stay on top. Yeah, I've been on top of this sport. I've been on top of this sport since 2014. I've been on the top, right? If I'm in this sport, I'm going to be at top. I'm going to be fighting for the belt. I'm going to be fighting for those top spots. So since 2014, I've been there, and I'll always be there. So if I decide to fight, I'm in the top. I'm the champ, and now I'm back to prove it.
Hey, social media world, I have just one question for you. I've really been wondering this. For this training camp for UFC 280, where do you guys think TJ really stuck those needles? Up his ass? Or maybe his ribs? Or I don't know. Like, for this one, I just want to know if he put it in the same spot that he put it in the last place, or if he picked a different spot that might go undetected. I don't know how this works. You know, so I'm asking you guys, if you have any insight whatsoever, because look at his body. I don't know. It doesn't look like mine. Comment below, because I'm really curious. TJ, care to shed some light for us?
I feel like I'm just doing what I do every fight camp, and that's just dialing in for 12 weeks. I feel like that Pedro Munoz camp was a long one. It was about 12 weeks long. The fight didn't obviously play out the way I wanted it to, but you know, I got each fight camp I evolved so much. So that was a long fight camp, and then it was about 5 weeks off, and then right back into this long fight camp. So I feel like I'm extra prepared, which is necessary for a guy like Piotr Jan.
So after months of harassing me and bullying me on the social media, Movsar pulls out of the fight. You know, and might I say, I've never been so bullied in my life. And I don't really accept the victim mentality. It don't really bother me. You know, it just pisses me off. You know, it makes me want to go in there and punch him right in his face. And he says all these things on me on social media about how I'm a coward and I'm a dumbass and this and that and that and this, and I've never been so harassed in my life. This guy was sending me messages of him smiling. This guy was on every one of my pictures commenting, fight me, messaging me, fight me. Then his manager gets on there, or him and his fan clubs gets on there and starts making fun of me. Making fun of my losses and this and that, calling me a coward, calling me a dumbass. And hey, this coward, this dumbass is going to show up ready to fight. So you can say what you want, but when it come down to it, this guy was ready to go. So you can say all them words, that's fucking cheap, man. Them words don't mean a fucking thing. I was going to show up and give you a piece of my mind, and it wasn't going to be in English, buddy. It was going to be with these. And, you know, I'm hurt too. I got hurting on me, buddy. Okay, I just don't go on Instagram and bitch about it. Okay, you don't know when I'm hurting about it because I don't go bitch about it. And I don't wish no injuries on him either. I hope Movsar fully recovers. I don't have no, you know, malice and all this hate, and I don't want to even think about the guy no more. But to be sitting there and bullying me that much and harassing me more than I've ever been harassed and bullied in my life, I mean, I'm beyond fighting mad. I mean, I was ready for a damn shootout. Okay, I mean, I was that mad. I mean, I'm to the point where I can't even get on my Instagram and not get called a coward and a pussy by this guy. And then we finally get the fight, and I'm happy. And then bam, he pulls out. So whatever, he eats his words. And I think a worthy opponent would be Sodiq Yusuff. Sodiq has been calling me out. He walked up to me in the elevator and called me out on the elevator. It's like, whatever, dude. So now here's your chance, Sodiq. You've been talking all this stuff, and I like how you're respectful about it at least. Sadiq's not a bully. He's just been saying he wants to fight me. And so, Sodiq, I do respect you. You are a very worthy opponent, and I'll take that fight in a heartbeat, buddy. Let's make it happen.
A lot of you guys are going to think I'm being a hater, but I'm going to tell you why this is a mistake for Alexander Volkanovski. Alexander Volkanovski, number one, you're going to get that second title shot. If the UFC confirm to you that you're the next person in line to fight for the lightweight title, why don't you just wait? If for some reason Charles Oliveira pulls out of the fight, because that's the only guy that will literally pull out of the fight because of weight issues or X, Y, and Z of not making weight. But that being said, if let's say hypothetically, if you were to fight a guy like Islam Makhachev, that's the worst matchup that you could ever pick. It's not a smart idea, Alexander. I'm gonna give you an example. Like for me, I will never be a replacement fight. You know why? Because I take my credentials too serious. As I should. I take my career, my legacy too serious, as I should. Why don't you just wait? Maybe fight somebody in February. I know somebody, and he's talking right here, but I get it. I'm gonna fight my way back. I'm gonna fight you, and then we can settle the score.
The avenue is. Islam is so well-rounded that listen, if we want to stand, we'll stand. If we want to go to the ground, we'll go to the ground. But I can tell you this, we're going to dictate, meaning Islam is going to dictate where that fight's going. We're going to decide where that fight is going to go. Now, do we see too much of a danger when we take him down? Not if we take him down, when we take him down. Do we see too much of a danger? If we do, then maybe we say, let's keep it stand-up. It's hard to say right now where we're going to be comfortable. But I can tell you, we're going to control where it goes, unless something happens. It always does. I mean, it's happened before. If you get knocked out, hey, there's zero to your credibility, which could happen. I'm not saying it can't, because it happened before. So obviously, and Charles has that kind of power and the skill set to be able to do that. You know, I'm banking on that he's not going to be able to do that, but he can. He definitely can, and he definitely is coming in with the intention. If you take me to the ground, so what? I don't care. I'm going to submit you, and he very well could. You know, stand up, same thing. I'm going to knock you out. Same thing. He's that confident in his ability on the ground and the stand-up. The only thing Charles is not comfortable is if he had to take Islam down. That's where he's going to go, okay, hold on a minute here. I don't think that's going to happen.
Shut up and take my money.